Can you put in words what it means to secure the #1 seed, especially after this 11-day grind?
Yeah, no, I mean, it showed the toughness of the team. And I think we got better as obviously the games went on. And so the guys, they're mentally tough and they're physically tough. And we played some really good football teams, some hard-fought battles, and the guys came away with 3 wins. So getting that #1 seed is important. It's like winning the playoff game. And so I was happy to get that done.
You have some sense of, for lack of a better term, peaking at the right time?
Yeah, that's what you want to do. I mean, obviously, we feel like we can continue to get better and better. But obviously, we're playing, especially offensively, our best football at the end of the year and getting guys healthy. And we're excited for it. We're going to keep working. This isn't the end. This is just the beginning. And we'll continue to work to get even better as we go into the playoffs.
Patrick, this is obviously not the first time you've had that first-round playoff bye, but have you ever felt like you needed it, quite like you needed it this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be nice getting guys healthy. I mean, I think this was the earliest bye I've ever had just in general. And so to kind of have this grind of whatever it is, I think we had by like week 6, so it's like almost 10 weeks of just football and grinding, and then this short schedule at the very end of the year. We have some guys banged up, and to get them back healthy now, and we'll see how week 18 goes and who plays and who doesn't play. That's up to coach. But even getting this little break, getting back healthy, and then getting ourselves ready to go for the playoffs, it was super important, especially with the guys that we have banged up.
Given the fact you're going to get a bye or in the first round, do you feel like it's necessary that you play some at least next week?
That's completely up to coach. I mean, I'll prepare regardless either way. I mean, Denver, I mean, it's probably going to be a playoff team regardless, so I'm going to prepare for them like I'm going to start. And if coach wants me to go out there and play, I'll go out there and play. And if he doesn't, I'll sit back. I have full trust that Coach Reid knows what he's doing, and he's done it for a long time.
Patrick, can you take us through the flick to Samaje and what you saw?
Yeah, no, he was. I was running, and I was kind of. I get in that position sometimes where I fake that pitch, and he fell. He got thrown down, and I was going to run, and then I saw him, and I was like, if I can just pitch it to him, if he gets up, he'll be right to him. And it's pretty funny because I mean, he made a heck of a play, being on your back and then coming back around and making that catch. But he's been a great player for us this entire year, pass protecting, running the football, and catching the football, and it's been a big addition to this offense.
Was he on the ground when you threw it?
Oh yeah, he was on the ground still, but I just knew if I got it high enough that he was just wide open. So I was like, it's the only chance. It was either that or take the hit, and I was like, I'll just give him a chance to make a play, and he made it.
Actually, the very next play is the deep shot to Justin. How much do you feel like that opens because of Xavier and Hollywood both being on the field at the same time?
100%. The play was actually called to those two guys. And so as I went through my reads, Trev, first off, made a great block on the blitzing nickel across the formation, and then the offensive line protected well, and I stepped up, and I was looking at Xavier and Hollywood, and you could feel the safety push, and I was kind of give a peek out to J. Watt, and he had stacked his corner, and I put it out there and let him make a play, and I was happy for him. I mean, this is home for him, and to be able to make a couple plays, get a touchdown, it's always special when you get a touchdown back in your home state.
Two obviously good offensive weeks back-to-back against two good pass defenses. Is it coincidence that it's coincided with Hollywood coming back?
Yeah, I think we built up to the perfect spot. I mean, we've gotten better and better. Before Hollywood got in here, Xavier started playing better, being more confident. I got a better chemistry with him. Other guys that stepped up started making plays, and then it's like you throw Hollywood in there, and it kind of sets everybody perfectly in their roles. And you saw that today. I mean, I don't know the exact stats, but it seemed like we spread the ball around really well, and guys made plays. And when you have that many weapons out there, it's hard for defense to account for. And Hollywood's made a huge impact on this offense.
Patrick, what did it mean to you to have Travis break those records today?
No, I was extremely excited. I've been trying to get him a touchdown for the last few weeks, and I wanted to do it at Arrowhead. That's why that play that Xavier almost caught last week, where I was trying to throw it to him, and obviously that didn't happen. But I was happy that we got it done in the regular season, and now we can just play football. I mean, he's done so much for this organization, and on and off the field, and for him to have the career that he's had has been special. And so I know at the end of the day he wants to win the ring more than anything, but it's awesome that he can have that accomplishment.
And what's it like having Andy show up in the full Santa gear in there? I don't think you've seen that before since you've been here, have you?
I believe my first year, maybe when I was not starting, he might have done it. But he fits the role perfectly. He's getting kind of skinny though. Like he's kind of getting skinny for the Santa. So we gotta maybe it's good for his health. So he'll be a skinny Santa from now on.
You mentioned during the week, just the contrast and the vibes that you had last year after this game. Did that enter your mind at all, whether it was after the game or anything?
Not really, honestly. I know we wanted to win just because we wanted to have this break, and whenever you have that long break, even if you're playing week 18, you don't want to sit on that loss. You don't want all those days off of a loss, and so we were able to get that win. That's a good football team, a playoff football team, and a great environment. And so getting that win, getting off.
Hey there, Chiefs Kingdom. What a game, huh? Christmas came early this year, and it was wrapped in red and gold. Our Chiefs absolutely dominated the Steelers with a 29-10 victory, and let's be honest, it doesn't get much sweeter than that. We're talking about 15 wins in 16 games, the best regular season record in franchise history. Oh, and did I mention? We've secured the #1 seed in the AFC. That means the road to the Super Bowl runs right through Arrowhead. Go ahead, soak it in. This team has been nothing short of phenomenal. Let me ask you this, what's been your favorite moment of this incredible season so far? Drop your answer in the comments below. I'll be scrolling through later to see if we're on the same page. Now, here's something to think about. The Chiefs have had to play 3 games in 11 days. That's a brutal stretch by any standard. And yet, we came out of it not just surviving, but thriving. It's proof of how resilient and laser-focused this team is. Speaking of focus, stick around because we're diving into a moment from this game that's sure to put a smile on your face. It involves Big Red, some holiday cheer, and a certain red suit. Alright, let's talk about Andy Reid, Big Red himself. You already know he's a genius when it comes to drawing up plays, but did you catch him in action after the game? The guy brought the holiday spirit to life by dressing up as Santa Claus. Picture this, the players are in the locker room, waiting for their coach to walk in, and instead, in comes Santa. Or should I say, Andy Claus? Reid had the full setup, the red suit, the hat, the jolly vibes. It was one of those moments that reminds you why this team is so special. It's not just about what happens on the field, it's about the camaraderie and connection of it. And let's be honest, Andy Reid as Santa might be one of the greatest things we've seen this season. What do you think? Does Andy Claus deserve a spot on the top Chiefs moments of the year list? Let me know in the comments. Better yet, vote Andy Reid as Santa, legendary or hilarious? But here's the real takeaway, Reid knows how to keep things light. That kind of leadership, balancing fun with focus, has been crucial to the Chiefs' success. It keeps the team grounded during the grind of a long season and helps them stay unified when it matters most. And speaking of things that matter, you're going to love the next part. This win wasn't just about Big Red's holiday spirit. The Chiefs showed their true dominance on both sides of the ball. Let's break it down. Now, let's talk about the gameplay, because it wasn't just the festive mood that made this game so special. The Chiefs showed why they're still the team to beat in the AFC. First up, the offense. Patrick Mahomes was in peak form, tossing 3 touchdowns, one to Xavier Worthy, another to Justin Watson, and of course, there was the touchdown that helped Travis Kelce make history. We're talking about 29 points on the board, and it was done. With that signature Chiefs flair, precision, speed, and creativity. But what about the defense? They were locked in. Only 10 points allowed? That's exactly the kind of performance we need heading into the playoffs. The defense has been stepping up all season, and they didn't let us down in this one. They were aggressive, efficient, and did exactly what was needed to keep the Steelers in check. Here's a question for you. Do you think the Chiefs' offense or defense will be more important in the playoffs? Drop your vote in the comments. I want to know what you think will be the key to another Super Bowl run. With both sides of the ball clicking, it's hard not to feel good about where this team is headed. They're firing on all cylinders, peaking at just the right time. But, as we all know, the road to the Super Bowl isn't easy, and there's still work to be done. But for now, the team's earned some well-deserved rest. And trust me, they're going to need it. Let's talk about what's coming next. Alright, Chiefs Kingdom, this is where things start to get really exciting. With the #1 seed in the AFC locked up, the Chiefs now have a golden opportunity, rest. That's right, thanks to this dominant victory and our incredible regular season, the team gets a break before the playoffs kick off. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, Aren't we playing the Broncos in Week 18? Yes, but with our playoff spot secured, expect to see a lot of backups taking the field. And that's not a bad thing. Resting the starters will give them a chance to heal up, especially after dealing with injuries throughout the season. This break could be exactly what the team needs to hit the postseason at full strength. Here's a question for you, though. Do you think it's more important for the Chiefs to rest their key players or to keep the momentum going with another win? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. While the Chiefs have some time to recharge, the team will be keeping a close eye on the playoff race. The wild card round is coming up, and we're going to need every ounce of energy when the real battle begins. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a moment to appreciate just how well-positioned the Chiefs are. They've earned this break, and it's going to pay off big time when the playoffs roll around. Speaking of the postseason, we're getting closer to the ultimate goal, 3 straight Super Bowls. Can you feel the excitement building? Let's finish this off with a look ahead at the postseason. What a season it's been, right? As we wrap up this Christmas victory, I just want to say, this is why we love being part of Chiefs Kingdom. This team has made history, and we're all along for the ride. Andy Reid's Santa Claus moment, the dominance on both sides of the ball, and the fact that we're sitting pretty with the number 1 seed in the AFC, it's the perfect setup for an epic playoff run. And the best part? This is just the beginning. We've got some well-earned time off. But the road ahead is clear. The Chiefs are primed for another deep playoff push, and with the talent on this team, anything is possible. Now, before we sign off, let's hear your thoughts. How far do you think the Chiefs will go this postseason? Do we have a 3rd straight Super Bowl in our future? Let me know in the comments, I'll be reading them all. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the journey ahead. Chiefs Kingdom, we're just getting started.